Ridgeline High School Sports, a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, DD Auto Salvage, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, Logan Cash Rich Credit Union, The Cater Shop, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Ridgeline High School, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, joined as always by the Patriot Nick Zollinger, and we are live at Ridgeline High School for a matinee as the Ridgeline Riverhawks will be taking on the Clearfield Falcons here in a holiday ball game. We got one yesterday as the girls were able to win big over who did we play yesterday? Westlake. And got a big win in that one, and now we're back-to-back afternoons with the boys taking on Clearfield. Bring in Nick Zollinger now to set the mood for us a little bit here as we have an afternoon ball game. Nick, how are you feeling about this one?
Well, you got to think the advantage goes to Ridgeline, as this Clearfield team has actually lost 5 in a row, Dave. If you go and look at the stats, they've struggled over the last 5 games, finding enough offense to be successful. This Ridgeline team, led by Carson Cox and Jagger Frankham, both seniors, 8-2 on the season, Dave?
8-2.
8-2 on the season. A nice tournament showing down in St. George in the Walker Classic. As they went 2-1. You know, the 3 games they played, I expected them to come out victorious against that last game, Westlake, and that's the game they lost. It felt like they beat the better teams in Crimson Cliffs and Cottonwood, and then they struggled against Westlake and ended up losing to Westlake, who was 2-5 on the season and had lost to Logan just a couple games before Ridgeline played them. So a little surprising to see them lose that last of the 3 games down at the Walker Classic, but then they came back and rebounded against the
next ball game was Woods Cross.
Woods Cross, who struggled on the season. They're yet to find a win.
Yeah.
So you'd hope to rebound in that particular game, and they did. But, Carson Cox and Jagger Frank have been playing some great ball as Jagger's averaging 19 points and 8 boards, almost a double-double on the season. And Carson, he gets his own 18 points and 6 rebounds. So those 2 seniors have really done a good job of putting these Riverhawks at an 8-2 to start their first 10 games of the season, and about ready to close out the preseason with a game here against Clearfield and then a game next week against Syracuse, and then I think they're done with preseason.
Yeah,
right?
let's take a look at what Clearfield's done over the course of their first few ball games. As Nick mentioned, they're 3-5. They did start 3-0. They beat Mountain Crest by 3, which is an interesting one for us to kind of gauge things, although that was the very first ball game of the year for both teams. Clearfield then beat Morgan, so a little bit smaller school. They beat Jordan 47-41, so not a high-scoring affair. But then they got beat by Bear River, which is another one that's kind of interesting for us. They got beat by Bear River and never did score more than double figures. They never did score double figures in any quarter, losing 42-30. Makes you wonder how they're going to find their points. Layton beat them 80-58. This is when they started on that 5-game losing streak you talked about. Then they lost to Weber by 16. They lost to Davis by 13. They lost to Syracuse, who Ridgeline plays next week. So we'll be able to kind of get another gauge. And Syracuse was their actual last loss, which was back on the 28th. So just
a couple days ago. 2 days ago. Yeah, Thursday.
So just a couple days ago, they lost to Syracuse by 10. So this is the next ball game since then. So we'll get a pretty good feel for not only Clearfield, but maybe get a feel for Syracuse here in this ball game as well.
Now, yesterday we saw the girls come out and struggle in the first quarter offensively, Dave, as they only scored, they ended up scoring 12 points, but off probably their average. They got 17 in the second quarter to give them almost 30 at half, but I think it's hard sometimes on this winter break to play your last game around, just before Christmas, somewhere around the 20th. I don't know when they played Woods Cross. It's got to be right there around the 20th of December. And now you're not playing another game until the 30th of December, so you got 10 days off for these boys. It'll be interesting to see how they come out offensively, particularly to see if they can kind of get the rust off, the game rust, those 10 games, the holiday loaf, the breakfast ham, or the Christmas ham.
The two big Christmas hams.
The Christmas ham off the out of the lungs and get the lungs back working. So we'll see what happens here early in the game if they can persevere through the first quarter. And, I think the boys are very similar to the girls. I think their defense leads to good offense. I think a lot of times when they're successful, they hold teams down to less than 50 points in the ball game, and I see that kind of being the case here against Clearfield. Dave has his headphones off. He's not even listening to a word I just said.
I got all sorts of things to do.
You're more worried about this darn football throw than anything. You're getting people in position here to catch the football. You're going to try to throw it to the hoop, which has 0% chance of going in.
You gave me. Let's just dive right into it.
Go ahead.
So a couple games ago, a couple years ago,
yes.
I bet Nick that I could make one from. Yeah, I could make one from here.
What you were doing from the nest.
From the nest.
Which kind of describe where we're at for those that haven't been to the Ridgeline basketball facility.
Yeah, we're right up by the catwalk. The little track that goes around the entire place. So we're
in between the lower deck and the upper deck.
Yep, and about I'm sitting right on half court.
We're about what, 10? What is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're 10 rows up.
Yep.
And right at half court.
And I was pretty close on a couple of those. My son was on the team, and he'd throw me a basketball as they would run in to the locker room.
What's your definition of pretty close?
I hit rim a couple times.
Well,
that's pretty good with a basketball, and you don't have any room up here.
And you were kind of
having to do this from the side. So, anyways, a couple games ago we were speaking again, and
you were popping off.
I said I think I can make it, but then I asked for, can I use a football? And Nick said sure. Well, a couple days ago during the holidays, Susie and I, my wife and I, get home, and there's something on the porch, which isn't abnormal during the holidays. People are nice, and they drop off stuff.
You have a lot of friends.
So I go, and we grab it, and it's a football. It's a Nerf football, and I'm like, what in the world?
What is this?
And then there was a note with it that said something about have a good basketball season. And then there was a Superman signal, or Superman sign with this emblem with the Smith after it. And so I can only assume that one of our very, very loyal listeners, a teacher here at Ridgeline, Super Smith is what she's called, left this for me. So this is going to be the Super Smith shot of the game.
Now let me see this thing.
And Nick, you told me I can get 2, right? 2 per game.
If we can get a rebound here. Now
Ollie's down there.
It's a soft ball.
Well, it's going to do.
It's a really soft ball.
Yeah.
This thing. I don't know how it's going to
colors.
fly.
I know.
It is.
That's why
I love that it's Ridgeline colors. I mean, the blue is a little off. It's not true navy, but
it's fine. But what I figured, between you and I was hoping to get down here and take some reps, and hopefully get the feel for this.
You weren't cheating,
but this will be the inaugural, and so every home game, as the team leaves the court, they'll go in. Usually around the 5-minute mark, they'll go in.
To heck with a pregame. We're worried about if Dave could throw a football through the hoop.
Yeah, well, we have to at least set the stage.
Now, let me ask you something, or let me tell you a real quick story about this. When I was in high school, my wife and I dated since we were juniors. Okay?
Well, I mean, Susie and I were sophomores, but that's fine.
Well, either way. You just always got to one-up me, don't you? You're that much better. Okay, so we were just in the gym farting around, and I says, I'll bet you $100 you can't throw that football through the hoop.
From?
Half court.
Okay.
Half court.
Well, Amy's pretty athletic.
You don't bet. I just got anyone out there that knows my wife, don't bet her anything. Because she's like Eric Skinner. All of a sudden she pulls off this miraculous shot that's out of nowhere. And
Dunkley's that way.
Yeah, they have it's a knack, right? Mm-hmm. There's just some people you don't want to bet. She's one of them. She stands up there at half court, and I ain't kidding you, just swoosh. Yeah, nothing but net. This isn't going to go the same way. You're not one of those guys.
I know, I'm too nice. She's cutthroat. She'll rip your face off.
You're right.
If she needs to, she's gonna rip your heart right out.
This one, I don't think is catching iron, folks. What we still got some.
You heard that song by Garth Brooks? She's sun and
You gotta
rain.
know
She's
when to hold 'em.
She's fire and ice.
That's not good.
A little
Chris.
crazy,
That's
but
not-
it's nice.
Hang on.
Yeah, find it.
Okay.
I want to know if Amy's maybe that gal.
Okay.
And when she gets mad, you best leave her alone.
You don't know the title of it,
Because
huh?
she'll rage just like a river, then she'll beg you to forgive her. That's good stuff. I don't know if he originally did it or not, but
I
you got a live
here
version.
to hear me. What's that? I didn't come here to hear me.
She's every woman is what it's called.
Okay. It's not this one.
Sometimes late at night.
No. Folks, this is usually we'll pregame for you and we'll make sure you know all the things. Well, Nick looked some other stuff up. Oh, here it is. This is all about. See if this is about Amy. I'm not going to say it is.
She's sun and rain. She's fire and ice. A little crazy, but it's nice.
This isn't actually.
And when
this is
she gets
somebody
mad,
else.
best leave her alone.
I think that's a pretty good.
It's about right. we ought to add a
Little fire and ice.
verse.
A little fire and ice.
You don't want it better, she'll rip your heart out.
She'll rip your face off.
She'll rip your face off. So
Okay.
Ridgeline's 8-2 on the season and playing pretty solidly. And I believe, Nick, personally, I really believe that Fremont game, Ridgeline should have won that ball game.
I agree.
Could have won that ball
I went
game.
back and watched that on stream, and I agree with you. Cam Blotter doesn't get in foul trouble. Jagger Frankham doesn't turn it over late in the game. They come out victorious, I think, in that one.
Yeah,
So you're right.
that's a very winnable ball game. And the one you were talking about, the
Westlake game. That one's a head scratcher.
Well,
for me.
I talked to Buck Miller, and he said that everybody was in foul trouble early, all the guards.
Okay.
So you had guys that were playing that don't normally get a ton of time at the varsity level, playing more minutes than normal. And, it's a preseason game, so let's figure some things out, so it's fine.
You just haven't played with that personnel. I mean, you just don't. And there's a flow to the game of basketball that comes with playing with other people. You know where they're going to be.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what they're going to do. So that you get in foul trouble. You can credit both the losses then to foul trouble.
Foul trouble, absolutely. I want to remind you that your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, your jobs, your hobbies, and goals to earn your long-term financial trust. Adams Wealth Advisors has been a strong high school sports supporter over the last few years, and we sincerely appreciate them. Hey, Nick, are we coming through loud and clear on that video stream as far as you can tell?
I can't see any. Are you getting messages that says we're not?
No,
Oh.
I think we're coming through loud and clear with this video.
I think this stream is just going swimmingly so far.
Well, that's all
I have
because
no
Adams
reason-
Wealth Advisors is putting us on the air.
I have no reason to believe it's not. You can go watch this at CashValleyDaily.com on the YouTube channel.
Yep. And let's also, as we're waiting for the team to, I don't know if they're going to leave, Nick. I might not get my shot in today.
This is, why didn't you chuck it that way? Why didn't we
could.
go that direction?
No,
Now
they're
they're
coming
back.
back.
Well, these guys are going to leave eventually, right?
They're going to walk to the sideline for at least a.
And that's when we come.
All I get is one. Then I would
One.
imagine you don't have much chance.
You only got one.
When they leave to come over here, I might
could-
launch it.
I could get my.
Go back.
No, I could get my my wife that's just a stone cold fox over there in the corner to pick this up for us.
Where is she?
Front row.
Oh yeah,
Over-
there she
yeah,
is.
Jackson
All
or
right.
her or
Yeah, that'd be great.
whatever. Let
Long
me
as she doesn't-
send a message.
I mean, I'm not going
over
to
there.
bet her on this or anything. I'll bet you, but she'll
rip
my
your face
face off. Well, Ollie's going back too, so we might be okay.
Okay.
We got in fact, we got the video on that area, so all of our people watching in are going to see
Are
history.
going to see the ball.
History being made. Speaking of history being made, next week when Ridgeline, the boys, go down to play Syracuse on the 5th, the girls will be here playing Corner Canyon. And Nick and I, if you weren't listening into our broadcast yesterday, we're going to attempt history here and simulcast that thing. Nick's going to go and stay here with the girls, and I'm going to go down and do the boys game, and somehow we're going to try to have them both flowing. You think we can pull it off?
Yeah, it'll be great.
You think?
It'll be great.
I mean, I like your attitude. I'm a little worried about it.
It's going to be wonderful. We're trailblazers.
We absolutely are. Pioneers.
Pioneers of the multicast stream.
As long as, I mean, look,
What could go wrong?
There could be a lot of things go wrong. Worst case, that we don't do it again.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, we learned our lesson. I think that was a really bad idea.
Yeah, okay, here they go.
Here they
All right,
go.
Nick, so here we go. This is the inaugural. I get 2, right?
2.
I get 2.
2. Somehow we got to get it back
Okay,
up here.
You ready?
Yep.
Here's
oh,
number
you're going
1.
to do it sitting down?
Oh, yeah, easy.
Okay. Not even close. Short.
Oh, Nick.
That
is pretty close. I got one more. Hustle up. Hustle.
Throw it. He can't throw it?
Yeah, throw it.
Yeah, throw it.
Throw it.
There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Last
one more.
At the buzzer.
No.
Oh, I'm going to get this year.
That's short.
I'm going to get it this year. I had 2 good ones.
2 chances every game?
2. You said I get 2 every game.
Every game?
Every game.
Okay.
And I think I just made your heart drop a little bit.
The first one I thought was short, but it just missed to the right.
There is a draft up there, I want you to know.
The second one, and that ball's not heavily weighted, so you got a lot of factors to deal with.
Well, it's going to be a fun season when I beat you early. It's going to be a short season when I beat you early.
I want Super Smith to get a Sharpie and put the Superman signal on our ball.
If she usually listens. We're going to have her come and get. Oh boy, we got the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break, folks, and be back for the tip-off in just a moment.
Students, Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors. Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Riverhawks getting set to take on the Falcons of Clearfield. And Clearfield wearing the logo shop uniform check, who's committed to schools, teams, and youth groups wearing their dark greens, forest green jerseys. There's a little black in there, but the numbers and letters are white. Nick, tell us who their starters are.
Yeah, starting for the Clearfield Falcons, number 3, that's Davis Wohl. He's a 6'2 senior, averages 2 points per game. Peyton Cotter's number 4, he's a 6'1 senior. Their leading scorer, averages 13 points per game. Trace Hansen is number 10. He's also a 6'1 senior, 8.5 points per game. And Jackson Bishop, number 21, is a 6'1 junior. He averages 3.5 points a game. Chase McNeil, the big guy in the middle, is a 6'7 senior, averages 6 points per game. So you're starting 4 seniors and a junior for the Falcons, and they're coached by Scott McLaughlin. 3-5 record on the season so far. Lost 5 in a row, looking to rebound one here tonight against Ridgeline.
Starters for your home team, Ridgeline Riverhawks, wearing their white jerseys trimmed in action green and navy blue. Navy blue numbers, navy blue Ridgeline across the chest. Number 1 is Kyson Buckmiller. He's a 6'5 senior, averages 7.5 points per ball game. Number 2 is Cam Blotter. He's a 5'10 senior, averaging 5 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. Number 3 is Carson Cox. He's a 6'5 senior. He averages 18 a game with 16 rebounds and 2 assists. Number 23 is Diego Vasquez. He's been a sharpshooter so far this season. He's a 5'11 senior, averages 9.5 points per ball game, 3 rebounds, and a couple assists as well. And the big man in the middle is Jagger Frankham. He's number 35. He's a 6'9 senior, averages 19 a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jag will jump it up against number 31, Chase McNeil. He goes 6'7". Do you think there's a 2-inch difference between those two right
I
there?
would say there is. You give Jagger a little bit more of that poofy hair, he's got 3 or 4 more inches on him.
My good buddy Darren Jackson will toss it up as the ref, and that'll be tapped into the back court to Cam Blotter. And we are underway here at Ridgeline High School. Riverhawks and the Falcons. High screen by Jagger for Cam. He gets into the paint, can't get his little finger roll to go. Rebound grabbed by Hansen. Pushes down the right sideline to Cotter. Cotter makes a man drop and knocks down the 3.
Yeah, he just gets Diego Vasquez just off balance, and he falls to the ground. And as he does that, was that Potter? Cotter.
Yep.
Cotter sees daylight, and he rises up for the first points of the game for the Falcons.
What
3
a pass.
points.
What a pass from Cam as he wraps it around the body of a defender and spoon feeds Frankham for an easy layup.
Well, you got to love your point guard getting into the high post and then operating and distributing to his big guy. He draws the double team from the defense and gets Jagger Frank for an easy layup and then a steal on the other end for Blotter.
Cam racing, picks up his dribble, and now he's going to look down low. Another easy layup to this one to Carson Cox.
2 assists early for Cam Blotter and a steal. He's kind of the guy that'll stir the drink out there for the Ridgeline offense and defense. And this time, again, in the high post, he gets a steal on an entry pass that Clearfield was trying to get to their point guard, and that immediately results in points for Ridgeline and a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, Cam races down to about the 3-point line, realizes he doesn't have anything, backs it out just a hair, and Carson Cox really running the floor well, gets right to the basket, and Cam gives him an easy layup.
I got to give credit to Coach Day. In the pregame, I was talking to him, and he was talking about Clearfield's point guard, how he's the guy that stirs the drink. I really like that phrase, so I actually stole that from Coach Day. I can't take credit for that.
Hey, as long as you write your big biography, you're fine. Great Basin Graphics has custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphic design that will get your business noticed. You can always go to greatbasingraphics.com for more information. A little bit of pressure put on by Ridgeline. They have Carson Cox at the top of it with some length, and they fall back into a 2-3 zone. Interestingly, they keep Carson up.
Kind of a 3-2, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It looks more like a 3-2 as Diego's dropping a little bit.
Or a 1-2-2, whichever you want to call it. I don't care. But like you say, Carson up
this
high.
This is new, though.
Yes, it is.
Jump shot from the short corner is good. That one made by Davis Woll. That's a Woll with a W-O-L-L. I think it could come across over the air as Woll with an L. It's a W. 4-5. Clearfield in the lead on their 3-point shot and 2-point bucket. Dribble handoff to Diego, gives off to Cars. 3-point shot from the left side is good.
And it's just in rhythm as Diego comes across from the right side. He skips it immediately to the left, and Carson Cox is not afraid to take that shot, knocks it down for the 3-point bucket.
Wool in the corner again, 3-point range, tries to go over top. Diego's a little late coming over on the backside help, and Cotter is able to put it up and in.
And that's one thing Coach Day talked about in pregame is the scrappiness of the guards, and that time one of the guards getting a point in the paint.
That ball almost turned over. Carson tried to kick it back outside, and it was deflected right back to him. Cam crosses over, gets into the lane. Something's happening in there. Nothing called.
Letting them play.
Yeah, it was a lot of contact, and then even some almost double dribble, and then almost travel, and now they finally get a call called.
All sorts of nonsense going on out there.
Diego's going to get a foul called against. I didn't catch the number. But it's a non-shooting foul, so Ridgeline will inbound underneath their own basket. Cam gets it into Jagger. Little jump hook in the lane, no good. Rebound grabbed by McNeil.
Yeah, that's one Jagger would like to have back as he gets a good look, turning over his right shoulder, unable to get the hook shot to fall.
7-7. Diego's giving up. He's got a real battle there going with Trace Hansen. Trace raised up for another 3. No, this one no good. Backside rebound by Cam, fighting 2 different players. Gives it off to Carson. Carson's pass is deflected and turned over. Now that Clearfield's got to lay it the other direction and scores it. That's Trace Hansen.
It's one of those catastrophic turnovers that leads to immediate points for the other team as Carson tries to go up over the top of the defense. That one gets taken away by Clearfield and immediate points at the rim. 9-7 Clearfield.
High screen by Jagger. Nothing happened there, so they give it to Jagger, and he goes right side to Diego. 3 balls long, air ball grabbed by Carson on the other side. Carson gets into the lane, floats his way down, nothing there. Tapped by Jagger back to Cars, jump shot good.
Good job by Jagger Frankham keeping that one alive and tipping it out to his teammate Carson Cox. And the second chance opportunity results to points for Ridgeline.
9-9, almost halfway through the first quarter, 4:23 remaining. Cam Blotter on ball. That's Cotter. Goes left side, 3-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound grab by Diego. That shot taken by Wool Davis. Davis Wool, sorry, last name Wool. Right side, Cam Blotter brings it back to the middle. They fall off him, so he raises for three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Clearfield's Cotter. Pushes down the right sideline to Hanson. He brings it back towards the middle of the floor. He's straight away now, 3-point range. Hesitates, gets into the free throw line, kicks it back outside to Cotter. Cotter trying to get a screen from Hanson. Doesn't use it, now just passes to Hanson on the right side. High post area to McNeil. He's got himself out to 3-point range. They go into the corner to Hanson. He drives hard baseline, kicks it into the other corner. 3-point shot, good.
Yeah, as the help comes from Diego from the corner. He gets caught out of position, and the wide open three-pointer for Clearfield, a 12-9 lead. These guys have shot well from beyond the arc to start this game.
Yeah, that was Jackson Bishop on that 3-point shot. Kyson Buckmiller, left side 3-point range, now back up top to Diego. Kyson comes and sets a screen, passes into the corner to Blotter, skip pass to Cox. Cox tries to drive, and he's bumped. And they're going to get a foul called on Hanson.
Yeah, just two hands there as Carson tries to penetrate with his left hand. Hanson gets caught with his hands in the cookie jar, and a second team foul on Clearfield.
Couple substitutions coming in, Brenchley coming in. Preston also, and Tyler Jackman's in. Going out is Diego and Kyson. I think Diego got beat on the baseline there on the drive, and that makes it tough when help's got to come. Good drive by Cam Blotter. Euro steps through a couple of people and gets the layup to go.
Yeah, just a beautiful drive by Cam as he hits him with a crossover up high, and then the Euro down at the hoop with the nice layup.
McNeil tries to drive, and Jag's going to get a hand check called.
Yeah, and these officials are watching that. Anytime both those hands come down onto the offensive player, the defender's getting the foul.
To enter on the baseline is Trace Hanson. We'll see what they run the out of bounds. Ridgeline stays in a man. It gives McNeil a wide open jump shot, but it's short. Goes right to Carson. Cox gives off to Blotter, and he'll come right down the middle of the floor. Veers to his left, tries to get it to Jagger, can't do it, so he skips into the corner to Preston. He drives baseline, no good. Rebound put back, no good by Frankham. Don't get another one, Jag. He reached in there and wisely pulled out and backed out of that situation. Up top is Cotter, drives down the left side of the lane.
Oh, good defense.
Block by Jagger.
Oh.
And Cam gets past a couple guys, gives it off to Carson. Carson goes in strong off the glass, and he didn't get it to go, but his foul is called on Singletary. Tavian Singletary has just checked in. Also, Spencer Jones has checked in for Clearfield.
That's good defense on the other side that leads to immediate transition opportunities for Ridgeline, but a great job by Jagger Frankham just standing tall in that key and getting the block. And then Cam Blotter on the outlet pass to Carson Cox, gets him 2 foul shots, and he makes his first.
Carson already has 8. He's got 8 of the 12.
Really? He's got the 3-point bucket, that foul shot, and 2 others, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the little putback.
Yep, the putback, and then the perfect pass from Cam on that after Cam's still.
Yes, sir.
Coming across half court and stopping is Spencer Jones. He crosses the court left to Cotter. They go back up top to McNeil. Left side Cotter drives just inside the 3-point line, gives it off to Bishop. Made a 3 a second ago. Now they get it down low to McNeil, guarded by Jagger. Jagger keeps his hands back. They kick. That went right by. That went right by Tyler Jackman's head. And a good drive as he gets by Jackman is Jones.
Yeah, and that's one. And Diego Vasquez is going to come back off the bench, probably for Jackman there.
Down low to Carson. Carson works hard to get it up and in.
It's a part of his game that he's really improved upon as he's gotten bigger and stronger. That back to his basket, a nice little turnaround jumper as he gets the player deep in the post. Nice bucket by Carson Cox.
3-point shot the other direction by Cotter is good.
That's his second of the game.
Yep. I know that Coach Buckmiller, who's helped us call a couple of games, really likes that element of Carson's game, is back to the basket and playing on the block a little bit. He's multi-dimensional. He can shoot the 3, he can shoot the mid-range, and he can also, Cam Blotter just going through guys like cones and finds a way to get it up and in.
Talk about being more aggressive offensively. Cam Blotter getting 3 looks at the rim on layups. He's made 2 of them, but a nice job by the point guard for Ridgeline, really slashing through this Clearfield defense as Diego's going to check in for Cam. And Buckmiller is probably going to check in. Ooh.
Carson.
So we got
It's only less than a minute to play here in the quarter. These are times you'll get some of your players a little bit foul. I'm a little surprised they haven't got one in for Jagger right now, but big number 44, Sam Droge, comes in at 6'7". So it's another matchup that Jagger just definitely helps. But you could maybe put Kyson in or on him if you needed to. As he tries to get the ball in the lane, they come back outside to Cotter. Cotter, they go left side. Bishop goes to McNeil. Now back to Jones. Jump shot just inside three-point range goes to Diego. Vasquez will push it. Left sideline to Brenchley. He backs it out, gives it straight away to Jagger. And it's very soft touch off the front of the iron and drops down for the big fella.
Yeah, and the big man showing his range as he hits a three-pointer from out deep. And that one, as you said, just softly hits off the front of the rim and rolls in. Diego almost with another turnover. And here's your substitution here for Jagger, as you don't want to get his second foul of the first quarter.
Right.
Ridgeline has a 20-17 lead with 20 seconds to go. Sorry, our scoreboard cam is not working.
Got a bad power cable.
Try to give you the score updates as often as possible.
Jones tries to drive, kicks it back outside to Cotter. Three balls on the way, no good. That one looked pretty good from here.
Yeah, it did, right on line.
Chased down into the corner by Bishop. 5 seconds remaining. Cotter tries to drive. He's on a pivot. He's got a raise. Can't get it to go. Pretty good defense by Carson there, altering that shot just a hair. And Ridgeline's going to have a 20-17 lead. That's a fast and furious offensive quarter.
And as we maybe expected a little bit of court rust from these Riverhawks, that we get none of it. As offensively, that's a great quarter for both teams. 20-17.
Yeah, but both coaches probably are going to think we'd had a terrible defensive quarter. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups. RPM.
At the end of first quarter, Ridgeline leads 20-17. Over Clearfield. A very good offensive quarter for both teams. Waiting. Try to get something in during the time where you're waiting, where the build-up is still mounting, And then sometimes I miss it.
I think you do a great job,
Dave. Dan Patrick calls it hitting the post. You want to be talk. Boom.
Boom.
Yep.
Hit the post.
Yep, trying to hit the post.
Well, I don't know that I've ever been around a better guy that hits the post more often than you do.
Well, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You talking the out-of-bounds posts on the golf course? Dribble handoff right side. Clearfield has the ball to start the second quarter here. They bring the man all the way through. That was Spencer Jones after the dribble handoff. Jump floater in the lane, no good. Rebound by Singletary.
Good
Rebound
defense.
grab by Carson.
That's good defense by Kyson Buckmiller. And one taken away. Dribble got away from him a little bit.
Took that right from him as he was trying to hold up traffic just a little bit.
That is a control dribble. Okay, thank you, Darren Jackson. That's a great call. I was going to talk to you about this yesterday because the girls do it a lot. You receive a pass and you dribble it as you catch it, basically. You control dribble.
You've dribbled.
Meaning you catch it with a dribble, right?
I see it all the time where it hits your hand and goes to the ground.
And then you pick it up and dribble again.
You've dribbled.
Yes.
Yeah. Good drawn kick by Diego to Jackman. He misses short from the three-point range on the left baseline.
It's exactly what Darren Jackson just called on the big guy for Clearfield.
It's the right call.
Absolutely is.
Good defense by Brenchley as he gets Hansen to have to pick up his dribble on the baseline, kicks it back outside. He'd given it to Droge and then goes back and get it. Now Singletary left side. High post to Droge. Dribble handoff back to Singletary. Tries to get in the lane. Good spin move. Layup. No good.
Oh, it's $1 million move and a 50-cent finish. That one doesn't fall for Clearfield.
I'm telling you, Nick, a good spin move at the high school level is a big deal.
There's another
and there you got
one.
Out of Kyson Buckmiller. He spins. You don't see many guys at the high school level really have a good spin move. I've been trying to talk to my younger kids about developing that move because if you do it right, you'll find yourself at the rim with nobody
wide open, yeah.
Yep. And Singletary just did it and just wasn't able to finish.
And on the other end, Buckmiller with a great spin move, and he was able to finish and get the foul. Like you say, especially if you're going into a double team, if you got the help coming to that right side and you spin back to the left, like you say, there's no one there.
Mm-mm.
Nobody home.
It's about feeling the defense. Free throw is missed by Kyson, grabbed by Carson.
Oh,
Kyson raises for three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Hansen.
I like the aggressiveness this Ridgeline offense has come out with. Buckmiller, Blotter, Carson.
All of them are
All of
ready
them are
to shoot.
just ready. Yeah, that's what I mean. Ready to shoot. I love that mentality. Everybody's a shooter here.
Droge gets down low
boy.
against Frankham. And it's batted around after the miss, and they're going to say it's off of presumably Diego because he was closest in the corner there.
Good job by Jagger playing good defense against Droge and not drawing the foul.
Ridgeline up 22-17, 6:19 remaining in the second quarter. Inbounds comes to Wohl, gives it back to Hansen. Guarded by Vasquez, backs it all the way out. Now trying to get downhill. Looks at a screen from Creel, doesn't use it. Jump shot just inside the three-point land and got it. So two-point shot by Hansen.
That's the lefty that Coach Day was a little bit worried about to start this game. Trace Hansen doing a good job in the mid-range, getting 2 points for Clearfield.
Carson caught a couple big steps in the lane.
That one looked like it was blocked.
Either blocked or on his wrist. Either way, there was some
contact
upstairs.
That's a travel.
Down to McNeil. Jump shot from 5 feet. It's good.
That's not Droge. That's McNeil. Oh, yeah. Droge is the other big guy. Yep. McNeil with the 10-footer on the baseline.
5:30 remaining in the second quarter. Backdoor cut to Diego Vasquez on a good layup.
Oh,
that's
great
a lot
pass.
of times a set we'll call, and they might have it similar where you show like you're coming out for the three and just get them quick on a backdoor, and you've cleared the other side so nobody's in the way. Love that play.
Well, a beautiful pass by Cam Blotter. About his fourth assist of the ball game.
Hansen steps back, then goes left side. Three-point shot is up and in.
My goodness, this Clearfield team is no slouch offensively. As they have
What's crazy, though, is they had that game a couple of games ago where they didn't get out of double
30.
figures in any quarter. Layup missed down low by Frankham.
Well, I think one of their games they only scored 30 total points.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Well, there's
Three-point
another
shot
ball.
up on the way, in and out. No rebound is grabbed by Carson. Cox gives it off to Blotter, and he pushes down the right sideline. Gets it down low to Frankham. Frankham goes up.
Oh, nice job by
his
McNeil.
shot is blocked by McNeil. He's having some issues there with McNeil. Right now, Jagger has 5. One was a 3 and a jump shot just inside three-point range again was Hansen, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that was number 3.
Oh, Wohl.
That was Wohl.
Okay, so Wohl now gives Clearfield back the lead, 26-24. Diego, 35-foot line on the right side, comes more to the middle, gives it off to Carson. He's left side, now straight away to Jagger, gets a dribble handoff back from Jagger. Now back to Jagger on the three-point shot, no good. Hansen pushes down the right sideline to Creel, picks up his dribble, goes back out to Hansen. He's guarded by Diego. Now they swing it around the perimeter, get it into the hands of Jones. He goes to McNeil straight away, and he gives immediately back to Wohl. Comes to the middle of the floor, takes a bump. Jagger knocks it away.
Jagger.
Cam grabs it. Blotter going strong. Layup, no good. Rebound.
Fought for.
Yeah, still being fought for. They're going to call foul on Buckmiller.
Good hustle play there. I love the aggressiveness by Cam, getting right to the rim and just missing the layup. And then the fight for the offensive board.
Preston Branch is going to check back in, and Jagger Frankham will have a break.
Wow, I can't say that Ridgeline's playing bad defense. I just think Clearfield's knocking down shots.
Yeah, I agree. 26-24, Clearfield in the lead. Cotter goes right side to Hansen. Cotter then cuts through, can't get it, and he sets a screen to get McNeil open. Nothing happening there. They pass and it's apparently deflected into the backcourt because they call no backcourt violation. 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Clearfield up 2. Wohl tries to drive, cut off, step back 3, no good. The tap out goes to Buckmiller, and he throws it away. Oh, they're going to call
lucky.
foul.
Yeah, there was some contact on the pass, but that was late from Buckmiller as he had the outlet to Brenchley. Open early, but then waited a little bit too long, but he was able to draw the foul, and possession stays in Ridgeline's favor.
On the floor for Ridgeline right now is Blotter, Brenchley, Buckmiller, Vasquez, and Cox.
A little bit of struggles here offensively in this second quarter for Ridgeline.
Going left is Blotter, handoff to Carson. They drop off him, so he raises. That looked dead straight. It was just short. Hit the front iron. And
right on line, wasn't it?
Through to the, flew off the backside. Hansen backs out, guarded by Brenchley. He goes right to newly inserted Wyatt Williams. Back to Hansen, 3-point shot, no good, but grabbed by Singletary, kicked outside. Cotter drives on the floor. Cam steals it out of there, then dribbles through a couple of guys and forces a pass, but it's knocked out of bounds as he tried to get it to Carson. Knocked out of bounds by Hansen.
Yeah, you'd love to see Cam just continue on with that ball as Hansen was with Cox.
Yeah.
And until that defender comes your way, you got to keep attacking the basket. He tries to get it into Cox again, and it's deflected.
Grabbed. Carson has it. He's down low. Good little drop step. He loses the handle going up, kicks it out to Diego. 3-ball, good.
Oh, and that's been the dynamic duo from beyond the arc as Diego and Carson over the course of the season have shot it very well from three-point line. Dave, that's only their 7th point of the quarter, though, Ridgeline, and we only got 2 minutes to go in this second quarter, so struggles offensively in the second quarter for both teams.
We'll watch for a McDonald's player of the game. McDonald's has locations from Smithfield, Logan, South Logan, Hiram, Brigham City, and Tremont. That's our local McDonald's. We'll be back in just a second.
Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Ridgeline leading 27-26. We have 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Feel like you nailed the post on that one, bud.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a battle here.
Possession.
Second quarter, 27-26. Possession.
It was 20-17 at the end of the first quarter.
9 points for Clearfield.
Yeah, only 7 for Ridgeline. So a little slower second quarter. Down low to Hansen. Diego fights and gets it. Gets it out of there also to... to Brenchley.
Yeah, and then Brenchley gets his arm slapped by Hansen. He's complaining that there wasn't a call on the initial turnover down on the baseline. But possession's going to go to Ridgeline and an opportunity to extend this lead.
How many turnovers do you have for Clearfield?
2. How many do you have?
Well, I had 2, but then I remembered I forgot to write one down that Cam took at the Jagger poked away over here a minute ago.
Right,
so
yes.
I didn't know if that would have been. It definitely was one earlier too. I think
there
it's 3.
hasn't been a lot of turnovers. No. I mean, I only have Ridgeline with 2 as well as you. So only 5 total turnovers in this ball game.
Yeah, it's been high paced. And Kyson Buckmiller's back at the free throw line.
Look, Kyson's got the left. He's got the left leg sleeve on, and Carson's got the right. So they got to.
Look at it. Huh.
They mix and match there. One of them's got half, one of them's got the other half.
They just need to switch the shoes. One shoe on each.
I do love the Grinches there, the Carson's.
Have you seen those reverse Grinches?
Oh, yeah, the red ones are great.
Sweet.
Emily Skinner has a pair of those. Those are wonderful.
Ollie wanted some for Christmas.
Why didn't he get them?
Not easy to come by.
Cam Blotter with another
away.
Steal as a post-entry pass.
Cam slows it as he comes across half court, goes now left side to Diego.
See, now that's a controlled dribble.
I agree.
That is a controlled dribble. That should be called as well.
Reaching in on Kyson Buckmiller is Singletary. Got to jot down Kyson missed both of his free throws.
Cam Blotter has probably 4 assists and 4 steals on the ball game. He might have more than 4
he very well
steals,
could.
But again, a guy that does a lot of good things with his team that oftentimes won't show up in the point category, although he has, 4 tonight?
Cam currently has 4, yep.
Both on layups, as we got the starting lineup back in the ball game for Ridgeline.
Jagger comes back in for Brenchley. And Kyson's got one more free throw after making the last one, and now misses this one. So struggling a little from the line is Kyson.
Oh, man.
Carson gets the rebound, goes up, and he can't get it to go. He felt like there was a little contact. Dribbling through people is
that's a charge.
Wool, and Wool's going to go through Diego, and they're going to call it on Wool.
Yeah, Diego was there. It was good defense, a nice position by Diego, and then just selling out for your team, drawing the charge and getting the turnover. Ball back to Ridgeline. They've done a good job offensively of getting those second chance opportunities. They've only converted a couple of them, as Carson's not able to get that last layup to fall.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the offensive rebound statistics are, because I think Carson's got 3 or 4 by himself.
Yep. I think he's converted just one of those second chance opportunities.
Minute 5.
There's a nice little set. We got a timeout as the set wasn't going as he'd like, Coach Day.
Yeah, Coach Day was trying to direct a little traffic there, and as soon as he saw Cam go to the right, he called a timeout. Napa Auto Parts sponsors our best part of the game. You can count on Napa Auto Parts for the parts you need and the parts you use every day at Napa Auto Parts.
Castleite, they sponsor our rock hard tackle of the game.
We might see one. You never know. The charge that Diego just took was a pretty hard hit.
That was a great tackle. Is that a tackle? Open field.
He didn't wrap up.
Castleite, they have brick for your home, tile for your bathroom remodel, or pavers for a new walkway in your backyard. Think Castleite.
Planet Fitness is going to sponsor our halftime show coming up here in about a minute. They want you to not follow extreme things. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. You can join for just $10 a month, and you can cancel that anytime at Planet Fitness. Diego's getting inbound just to the left side of the scorer's table and go into the backcourt to Blotter. Cam's going to bring it across half court. Picks up his dribble, now goes left side to Cox, gets a high screen from Frankham, picks up his dribble, goes back to Jagger. Dribble handoff to Diego, and they're going to call a moving screen on Jagger. That's 2, right?
It's his second foul, yep.
I'm sure that quickly off the bench, Brenchley comes, and yep, he is coming for Jagger.
Yeah, you don't want to get your third in the last 50 seconds of this half, especially on a defensive possession here for Ridgeline. 6 fouls for Clearfield, only 2 for Ridgeline in this second quarter.
Wyatt straight away. Dribble handoff to Jones. Down low to McNeil. Jump hook left-handed, no good. Rebound grab by Cam Blotter. 30 seconds. Coach wants one shot.
Yep. Good call by Coach Day.
Wyatt Williams, I should say. First name Wyatt, last name Williams, 22 for Clearfield. 5-second count is on, so Cam gets rid of it to Diego. 15 seconds. Diego trying to manage traffic. Does he know it's on? He gets it away to Cam Blotter. Cam gets into the lane. Kick out to Preston. Back to Cam. 3 ball in the way. No good. Rebound is inconsequential as the buzzer sounds. And Ridgeline will take a measly 2-point lead into the half, leading 28-26. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Dave Simmons. Partner with the pros at Les Olson IT for all your office technology. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services. Think of LesOlsonIT.com.
Les Olson IT.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Trying to win some prizes shooting shots, and he lost one of his shoes, so he was doing that entire thing with one shoe on, one shoe off.
Well, I mean, what are we wearing out there? We got our Birkenstocks on.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you expected to make any kind of basketball move with Birkenstocks and
so you
short pants?
His shorts.
Short.
Maybe when he put the outfit together, he didn't really think I might be shooting jumpers at halftime.
When you put the fit together, that wasn't top of mind.
What do you think about the kids wearing the jorts nowadays, the jean shorts? I mean, they were pretty good stuff when we were in high school.
With the braided belt?
Yeah. Did you have any Gerbos?
Oh, 100% I did.
Well, you got to save for those. Those were good stuff.
The Gerbos.
I would love a pair of Gerbos right now. How awesome would that be?
I don't think very awesome.
It would be. I think they'd be pretty sweet.
Do you?
Yeah. If I could get my hands on a pair of Gerbos, I'd wear them.
Well, the fit on Trey Purser's 10 out of 10 if you're just chilling around town, but it's a 0 out of 10 if you're trying to make $100 with a layup, a foul shot, a three-pointer, and a half-quarter. What do we got here now?
I think they brought one of the Clearfield fans down to try something.
Should we boo him?
We're on the radio. Let me go through these scorers here for both teams.
Go ahead.
Only 4 different players. Nope.
Let me get you some.
5. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Carson Cox leads all scorers in the ball game with 11 points, but all 11 came in the first quarter. So Carson a little quiet there in the second. 5 points for Diego Vasquez all in the second quarter. 5 points for Jagger Frankham all in the first quarter. 4 points for Cam Blaughter in the first quarter. Nothing in the second. And then Kyson Buckmiller having a little bit of struggles from the line.
Oh.
But he ends with 3 points in the half. If my numbers are right, I think he is 1 for 5 from the free throw line right now. So he's getting there, which is good, but he's got to be able to knock some of those down. For Clearfield.
So, Dave, what you're telling me about the Ridgeline offense is the kids that scored in the first quarter, none of them scored in the second, and the kids that scored in the second, none of them scored in the first.
You nailed it.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you don't see that every day,
No, you don't see that very often.
For Clearfield, their leading scorer is Peyton Cotter.
He's going to hurt himself.
Yeah, that's a hammy ready to happen. Peyton Cotter has 8 points. They came in the first quarter. Then they got 5 from Spencer Jones, 4 from Davis Wool, 4 from Trace Hansen. Bishop made a 3 in the corner for his 3.
Hey, get the camera on this.
Chase McNeil.
This is old Tom Frankham. This is Jaggerstad here. He can play ball. Now, the shoes he has on, and I don't like seeing this. If you got to stretch out before you're going to try to dunk, we got some problems coming up. Oh.
Come on, Tom. I said on a post game one time to Jagger, first time I saw his dad was in a city league at Sports Academy. He caught the ball in the short corner, drop step, hammer dunk.
Hammer dunk.
And I looked at my teammates. Eric Skinner was on it. Some of those guys. I'm like, we're going to need to figure that guy out.
Well, that's probably 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, because he couldn't get the dunk down this time.
He was 0 for 3 on the attempts. Do we have anyone else down here that wants to try?
Me to go?
Well, as much as you can stomach, you can't dunk. Do you know, I bet a guy, we play basketball out at the Sports Academy every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he's probably, I don't know, 5'8", 5'9" at most.
Yeah.
He wanted to bet me that he could dunk. I says, hey.
How much can you stomach?
As much as you can. Absolutely. We got another participant here wanting to dunk.
This one, he looks to me like a Clearfield player.
Like a freshman maybe. And he's got the Crocs. This is a twisted ankle waiting to happen.
Oh, he's up there.
That's not a dunk. That doesn't count. That does not count.
And this guy's got his skater shoes on. No dribbles on his way in.
Oh,
no!
My. This is pathetic.
I'll tell you what this is.
This is not a dunk contest, folks. Here we go in the Crocs. No, okay.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a 1 out of 10. It's a 1 out of 10. You shouldn't win anything for doing that, though. This guy's going to get rejected again. Oh, boy.
How about we just shoot threes? We're just a bunch of three-point shooting people around here. I mean, I don't want to stereotype anybody, but I'm thinking we're looking at three-point shooters.
There's definitely no dunkers going on. And we had to get someone from Clearfield to dunk for us.
All the JV kids. Oh, he's just going to raise for three. That's my kind of kid right there.
Now,
that one, too.
To go back to the game, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, it really slowed down there in the second quarter as we had 20 points in the first quarter on really, I thought, some nicely executed offense and some nice transition points as well. Cam Blotter was being aggressive. And then all of a sudden you kind of just, it wasn't due to turnovers. It was just a bunch of missed shots.
Well, I got 4 turnovers for Clearfield, 2 for Ridgeline.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Scoring by quarters, Ridgeline outscored Clearfield 20-17 in the first quarter. Both teams unable to get to double digits in the second quarter. 8 for Ridgeline, only 9 for Clearfield.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a sloppy second quarter. It was just a bunch of missed shots. We didn't execute offensively. I think when we had second chance opportunities, we didn't get the buckets to fall.
Look
and
at
then
this.
we weren't knocking down our jump shots like we were in the first.
Trey Purser, and it looks like
well, that's Cooper Clark.
Down there.
Nate Dally. They're playing the Clearfield kids.
The Clearfield JV.
Cohen Richards. So we got a bunch of football players playing. Cooper Clark air balls. Let's get. Oh, we got the camera over there.
We got 4.
And then
Cooper
he just
airballed
left
that by about 4 feet.
And then he left. He just started to walk off the court. These Clearfield kids are. Oh, Trey Purser out top, way deep. Brick.
Rebound Dally up and in.
That's good. For the 2-0 lead.
Boards.
2-0 lead for Ridgeline.
Calling the half court 4-on-4 game here at a little crossover. And that's a foul.
That was and one.
Yeah, and one. That little Clearfield guy just who's this one with the
Cooper
beanie
Clark.
On? You got to have numbers in a football jersey on.
This is Cooper Clark. Nate Dally just air balls.
What's with the air balls on our side from
the
kids?
3-point land? None of them can shoot it from outside.
Hey, this halftime sponsored by Planet Fitness, and the Clearfield kids off the bench probably beat our guys from the crowd.
I think it was 5-2.
Yeah.
As Nate Dally, Cooper Clark, Trey Purser, and Cohen Richards should all just stick with football.
And
I don't think they have. Yes, they do.
Hey, if you teach in the Logan, Cache, or Rich school districts, you can qualify for an ultra-low interest rate on auto loans and more. Loan approvals in as fast as 30 minutes. And then if you have any need of IT assistance in your business, check out Les Olson Company. You can get a free network assessment. They can help you understand maybe where you have some vulnerabilities within your network. Anything IT related, you can check out Les Olson Company at lesolson.com or 750-8990. The Cater Shop's your one-stop missionary store. Suits, ties, shirts, belts, shoes, and luggage at the Cater Shop. We got about 40 seconds, Nick. Let's take a quick break. Come back for the second half in just a moment.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors. Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to the...
What? Okay. First one you weren't too happy with. We're about ready to start the third quarter here at Ridgeline, and the Riverhawks just leading by 2, 28-26. Possession in favor of the Riverhawks. Diego is standing on the far sideline in front of his own student section. Sparse student section, though. Hopefully when region play starts up, we'll be able to start seeing some of the bigger crowds fill in.
I'm excited for region play, actually, Dave. I think our region's going to be incredibly competitive.
Me too.
With I see Ridgeline as maybe the favorite to win region, but I think Logan's going to be good. I think
Green Canyon's
going to be tough.
Jump hook in the lane by Jagger Frankham is good. Get him going here in this third quarter.
Yeah, got to get him going offensively. A nice little move with his back to the basket over his right shoulder with the little baby jump hook.
I think Skyview might struggle this year.
Actually,
without
Tanner Davis. That's a whole different story.
Good defense by the Riverhawks. Twice Hansen tries to get the shot up and in, can't get it, but Wool gets it back on the offensive board. Jump shot no good, and grabbed by Cam Blotter on the rebound.
Great
Cam
job
pushing into the front court, gets it down low right through the hands of Jagger. I think that was a decent pass.
I agree, right to the big paw, sticking out by Jagger, and a little bit too much skip on that bounce pass by Cam Blotter goes through the hands and a turnover. 30-26 here in the third.
Jackson Bishop left side, back out to Hansen, and now they rotate the floor to Cotter.
In that zone again, Dave.
Yeah, they didn't run it a lot.
No, they only ran it 1 or 2 possessions in the first, and now they go back to it here in the third.
Stole away. That worked that time as Clearfield missed the handle. Down court, the pass was thrown to Carson, and it's tipped out of bounds by Bishop. He thought that it might have gone off of Carson. Ref saw it differently, and so it's going to stay on the Ridgeline side of the floor. 30-26. Ridgeline in the lead. Just getting started here in the third quarter. Carson holding high on the sideline, trying to get it in, and now finally gets all the way out to Blotter. He peeked down to see how close he was to midcourt, and he was still a good 6 or 7 feet away. Left corner three-point range. Back skip pass to Jagger. 3 ball on the way is long. Air ball grabbed on the backside by Cotter. Cotter going down the center right side, now to straight away, back to the right elbow and kicks into the corner. 3 ball on the way is no good. Rebound, Cam Blotter.
He's got a handful of those, too. Yeah, second of the half already.
Cam pushing, bad pass.
Bad.
Picked off and headed the other direction by Clearfield. Cotter picks up his dribble and now goes to Wool at the free throw line. Shot blocked by Jagger. Gets a backdoor cutter as Wool got it back. And the backdoor cutter was Bishop, and Diego fouls him at the rim. So Bishop's going to get a couple free throws. So Jackson Bishop will be at the line with 6:04 here in the third quarter. 30-26, Ridgeline in the lead. Free throw is good by Bishop. He's got 4 points in the game. 1 more free throw coming. And that one's good as well.
Ridgeline just unable to get away from Clearfield here points-wise. It's been about a 2-4 point game about the entire first half.
It's hard to know what's...
wide open. Dunk that.
Carson faked the dribble handoff, and everybody went with the handoff man. Carson turns, and he's by himself going to the rim. Carson gets his 13th point of the game. 32-28. 3 ball the other direction is good, and it's Carson. An and one.
Yeah, Trace Hansen, or Cotter. Yeah. Well, Hansen comes in and sets a screen on Carson Cox, and as Carson's trying to get out to Cotter to play defense, he runs through the screen.
Okay, so is it a non-shooting foul?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, they didn't give him the point.
Yeah, they did, because we were up 4, right?
Okay, so they gave him, and then after, and then an and one. This is going to be, this has a possibility of a 6-point possession.
Wow. And that just turned the tables. This is going to give Clearfield a 2-point lead if he's able to knock this one down. That's good.
So McNeil gets his 5th point of the game, and that just gave him a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Ridgeline went up by 4, and now in one possession find themselves down 2, as that's just a huge foul on Carson Cox and a nice conversion by Clearfield.
Skip by Carson into the corner to Kyson. No good. Rebound. Clearfield. Cotter. Loses his feet. And then Carson or Diego comes over and gets it. Cam is blocked and fouled.
Hansen is upset with himself there as Blotter goes with the scoop, layup, and draws the foul on Hansen.
I thought Diego Might have got called for a foul.
Yeah, that was an aggressive steal attempt as he kind of looked like he went through the body of the Clearfield player who was on the ground maintaining his dribble, but he poked it away right to Cam Blotter, and Cam immediately attacks the hoop, makes his first free throw, and gets his...
did everything it could do to not go in, but it still went in.
5th point of the game.
Yep. Second free throw for Cam. It
does
the same thing.
Rattles
around. Not only that, but hits the backboard and comes back in.
Somehow both those free throws fall for Cam Blotter, who has
Cam's
6 points.
2 for his 6. A little bit of pressure put on by Ridgeline. See if they fall back into that zone again. Looks like they are. Hansen with the ball straight away. Right side Bishop, back to Hansen. He is straight 2-3 feet beyond three-point line, but straight from the basket. Skip pass to Bishop, back to Hansen, who's gone a little bit further right. Lowell gets it in the corner. High post, McNeil tries to put it on the ground. Cam Blotter steals it. He's hit, but then they have the other direction. Cam misses his layup. Carson follows it.
Great job by following by Carson Cox there as Cam wanted a foul on the
There's a lot of contact,
attempt.
Wasn't there? Not called.
Not called.
3 ball, no good. Jagger on the board.
Jagger.
Diego pushing. Goes to Cam. Blotter, left side. Stops at the three-point line. Comes back up top to Diego. Diego spins in the lane. Turnaround jump shot, ill-advised.
You'd almost rather have him take that three-point shot at the top.
I agree. He was off balance on that turnaround jumper. Hansen got it. He was fed by Cotter, and it was right in the lane there, and nobody could make the adjustment. And so Cotter was it Cotter that got the bucket?
I didn't
from
see.
Hansen?
I didn't see. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go Cotter on that because it was one of the two. Timeout called. We have 36-36, and a lot of aggressive contact going on, not being called right now. But a full timeout called. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Jagger Frankham, Diego Vasquez, and Preston Brenchley has come in for Kyson Buckmiller. Been a bit of a chaotic first half of the third quarter. And we got 3:50 remaining in the third and a tie ball game, 36-36. Dribble handoff from Cam to Diego. Back pass to Cam on the right side. Crosses over, he's getting to the rim. Layup, good. Contact too.
And again, he gets pushed into the pads behind the hoop, but Cam Blotter doing a great job getting his 8th point of the ball game.
Yep, Cam averages 5. He's got 8 today. Still got a quarter and a half to go.
I do like his aggressiveness that he's had here tonight offensively.
3 ball the other way is no good. That one taken by Cotter, rebound by Preston Brenchley. Quick pass through the traffic to Diego from Cam, and then Cam gets it right back from Diego. Just unable to get to the rim on that one. Corner, Diego, back to Cam. He's way out on the left side, 35-foot line. Skips it all the way to Jagger on the other side. He gives it off to Preston Brenchley, tries to get down the lane, he gets it knocked away. So stolen out of there. 5 and 5. Turnovers. I could be off.
That was kicked by
shot
Cam.
By Wohl, no good. It's on the floor. Diego goes spins and then behind his back, and it's knocked out from behind by Cotter, but they call a foul on Cotter on a reach. It's just a frenetic pace.
It is. Like everything just seems out of control.
Yeah, and coaches for, I think, both teams are wanting everybody to just calm down, settle down. Inbounding on the far sideline is Brenchley, gives to Blotter. You walk it across half court. Defense sets on the three-point line. High post to to Carson. A couple big steps in the lane. It's hard to stop that guy.
That's a big drop step that gets him into the middle of the lane. Like you say, some big steps get him so close to the basket that is hard to stop with his length.
Left side is Jones. Kicks it outside to Singletary.
Oh, breakdown
down low
on
to Cotter.
D.
He got the layup.
Yeah, they had the flare out to the top with, that was Bishop, and Cam Blotter and Preston Brenchley both flared to the top, which led Cotter all alone underneath the hoop, and then Cam Blotter with the unforced turnover, the unforced error, and the 6th turnover of the ball game as Ridgeline has a 40-38 lead.
I'd be really interested to see the official statistics on turnovers. It feels like there has to be more than what you and I both have.
I kind of agree.
Bishop, right side, up top between the circles, just right of between the circles is Cotter. Now he brings the dribble left. They swing it around. Bishop's got a wide open 3, no good. Singletary flies for the board. Knocks it into the corner, and it's grabbed by his teammate Cotter. Cotter looks at the 3 on the left side, doesn't take it, gives to Singletary. He gives it to McNeil, and he spins in the lane, and I think he's going to get Jagger on his 3rd foul.
It's good ball movement as Clearfield got the ball into the baseline. Singletary flips it into the key, right to his big man McNeil, and the nice little spin move. He draws the foul and the 2 foul shots to try to tie this ball game up. First one's hard off the back iron and no good.
So he's 1 for 2 from the stripe so far this afternoon. He's got one more coming.
Buck Miller and Cam Blotter check out of the ball game. First Cooper Hall sighting here tonight.
He's got the reverse Grinchies.
Those are clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Although they're more orangey pink than I expected them to be.
I agree.
Online, they look red.
They look red.
Mm-hmm. McNeil's got one more free throw. A little flat, but got it. So he's 2 for 3 from the line, and it's a 1-point lead now for Ridgeline. It was a 2-point lead at half.
So it's been a very entertaining basketball
Absolutely.
game.
Especially that first quarter, man, 20-17. Hall tries to get a high screen from Kyson, can't get it.
Oh,
passes
good
to
defense.
Diego, and on the floor grabbing that one is Jones. And he ends up getting it back, calling the offense here. Singletary, 3-point range left side. Straight away now Cotter. A couple big steps in the lane. He's fouled.
Fouled by
Preston
Brenchley.
So Clearfield can take the lead here with a couple free throws.
Yeah, and that's Ridgeline's 5th foul. The new foul shot, free throw rules in high school. After 5 fouls per quarter, you shoot 2 free throws now, regardless of
I don't think
if you're shooting or not.
I think it takes away the element of that 1-and-1, which is
rewards good foul shooting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually don't like it either. I don't think teams get in the bonus as often as maybe you would if you kept the fouls for the half.
Yeah, you're right. You want to be able to foul to try to get yourself back in the game if necessary.
Yeah.
Cotter makes both free throws, so the lead does go back to Clearfield, 41-40. Under a minute to play here in the 3rd. Hall calls thumb up. That means they're going to give a couple guys at the high post. Kyson gets it way further out than the high post than they wanted to. Dribble handoff to Brenchley in the right corner to Diego. Diego gets in the lane, goes in strong, loses the handle.
Wow.
And he's fouled. That's one like you've talked about where when a guy is probably not going to make the shot, just kind of bail out of there.
Just let him go.
Yeah. Diego was
leaning
like he was
and
stumbling and going down.
Yeah, losing his balance, and there was no chance that one was going in, but he draws the foul. He's got some clean Kobe's. Those are 5s, right? Those are, yeah.
Are those Kobe's?
Yeah. It's the all-white ones.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
He makes his first free throw.
Brenchley with the 11s on. Those look good, too.
And Diego makes the second one. So he's got 7 in the game. Gives the lead back to Ridgeline by 1, 42-41. 30 seconds to play. Again, extended pressure put on by Ridgeline. Kyson blocks the shot of Droge. Coach Day wanted a backcourt violation. I don't think it is the right.
He caught it right
catch it
at
straddling.
midcourt.
The whole thing's got to be established into the front court before you can go into the backcourt.
Yeah, and he kind of was straddling the midcourt line
when he caught it.
I didn't feel like that was a backcourt violation, but
I didn't either.
2 foul shots.
Droge gets the first of the free throws. That's a good-looking stroke from the junior 6'7".
Yeah, he seemed to play
Droge.
well in the JV game as well.
Second one makes as well. Soft. 1 point lead for Clearfield. Diego brings it across half court. Gets it off to Hall. Hall goes right. And he brought it in front of Jones. That's twice on-ball defender. Jones has got it. And another turnover to Ridgeline.
I got him with 8.
Me too.
Unofficially, probably more than that.
I would think so. And I would think that Clearfield's got more than 5.
I am with 6.
13 seconds remaining. Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust that. Jones tries to get a screen from Droge. Goes back to Droge. Couple spins in the lane. Floater, no good. Boy, Singletary's got hops.
He does got
the
hop.
rebound, but he couldn't get the shot back up and in.
It's about his 3rd offensive board.
Yeah, he's bouncy. 42-43. Clearfield in the lead here at the end of the 3rd. We'll be back in just a moment.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
This is great. Ridgeline leading or trailing 42-43 here at the beginning of the 4th quarter. That's a classic. You know what other one's a classic? Look up the theme from Fletch, if you would.
Okay. Give me just a second, bub.
I don't know if the game would wait for you, but I would.
Well,
Preston Brenchley, Cam Blotter, Carson Cox, Kyson Buckmiller.
Which one? Oh. No?
No. Fletch theme, this one. Cam Blotter, we'll save it for a little bit later. In the corner, down low to Frankham. He goes to Brenchley. Brenchley tries to get it back to Frankham, and he gets it turned over.
There's too many turnovers trying to get the ball down to the paint for the Riverhawks here tonight.
43-42, Clearfield in the lead and the ball. Up top, Droge. Now to Wool. Drives hard, bumped by Cam.
A lot of contact there.
Rebound grabbed by Frankham. Back to Cam. Down the right side, comes to the middle of the floor. Gives back off to Jagger. Jagger looks at the 3, doesn't take it, gets it down low to Carson.
It's a good matchup for Ridgeline.
I think this is where they need to go, is keep it to Carson on that low post. He misses that one, but that rolled around and out. 43-42 Clearfield. Left side, Wool back, or excuse me, that's Creel. I said Wool last time, it's Creel. He gets to the free throw line and then kicks right side to Jones. Back to Creel. Long 2-point. No, they gave him 3. I thought his toe was on the line.
I thought he might be over the line too, but that is a 3-pointer and a 4-point lead for Clearfield here, 46-42.
Blotter between the circles. Heads right, goes to Carson. Jump shot, or excuse me, a little jump hook on the low block by Frankham is good.
That is beautiful as he gets his back to the basket. He turns over his left shoulder. He's extremely effective with his right hand.
Yeah, and he's pretty solid with his left as well, but I'd still hang out on that other side to make him go left. Singletary up top. Now left side to Jones. Rolls, Singletary rolls, gets to the rim, can't get it to go.
Nice defense there by Carson Cox coming over to help. Given the contest at the rim.
He got the good pass by Cam, and Frankham couldn't get it to go.
Finds the cutting Frankham.
Hansen down the lane. Carson.
They're letting him play
alters
again.
That shot too.
A lot of contact, but no call. Ridgeline back the other way.
Yeah, they've definitely let him play a little bit. Carson, right side, goes down low to Frank.
Even there.
That one, Jagger's got to reach and grab that ball.
Yeah. But even there, you're getting the arm all the way across the face, and you're getting a lot of pushing from behind. Like you say, Jagger's got to seal that defender off a little bit better.
And reach for the ball and not let it come all the way to his chest. That was an easy poke away by Droge.
Yep. Carson
raises
up.
For 3.
Boom.
Good. That's a huge shot.
That's a huge shot by your senior that is leading the way here offensively tonight. He fell asleep in the second quarter, but he's back in the third with his first bucket in the fourth.
And he gets his lead back for his team, 47-46. Driving his Wool, kicks it back up top to Hansen. Couple big steps. Cam's going to get a foul called on him. And that's going to get Hansen to the line. Hansen plays strong. So does Cotter.
That's exactly the word that Coach Day used in the pregame. They got a strong left-handed guard that's a big, strong body. And that's exactly what Hansen does interior into Cam Blotter's chest. Draws the foul, and the 2 foul shots, knocks down his first to tie this ball game up at 47 apiece.
It's a little surprising he only has 5 in the game and only averages 8.5. He's just a strong player. He got both free throws there. And the lead back for his team, 48-47, Clearfield. 5:15 remaining in the ball game.
See who can execute down the stretch here.
Dribble handoff to Preston, gives back off to Carson. 3 ball on the way by Carson, is in and out, no good. Rebound, Kyson.
Great job by Buckmiller.
Goes back up with it, and he's fouled. He's getting free throws. Now, he's been a little iffy from the line so far this evening, but I'm hoping that me saying it will, so he can stick it right back in my face.
Turn the tide. He's 1 for 5 from the line.
We'll see what he does
here. He's going to get his 6th and 7th opportunity here to give his team the lead.
Free throw.
No!
In and out. So Kais misses the first.
A little bit of frustration there out of Buckmiller's. He's going to take a couple steps back, catch his breath.
Try it again. Free throw, good.
It's not the stroke. I mean, it just hasn't been falling for him tonight.
Right side Cotter. Down low to Droge. Turnaround jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound, Carson.
Look at Singletary in there again, banging around for another board. Doesn't get it.
Down low to Franklin. They let him get too low, and he's able to just seal and go up.
Yeah, just way too deep as the big guy gets it down low and gets an easy bucket for the lead, 50-48. 4.5 to go here in the fourth.
With a guy like Jagger, and even a guy like Droge, you got to start leaning on him at the three-point line and not let him get right to their spot. Jagger got all the way to the low block. 3-point shot, the right side is no good. Singletary goes up and scores it.
He is an animal on the offensive boards. He gets inside of Carson Cox, and he just taps that one in. They're going to get it back into Frankham again in the low block.
Trying to, anyways. He's pretty close. Maybe now. Backside help is there.
Droge
by Wool.
Trying to face.
Carson in the paint finds Brenchley in the corner.
There he is.
Now he got down low. Jump shot, jump hook good again.
As he loves that right side baseline, and that's his 3rd bucket down there. Jagger Frankham trying to oppose himself on this game. How many's he got, Dave? About
7, 9, 11, 13.
He's got 6 of them in this quarter, so a good job of him and Carson Cox coming out offensively and keeping them in the Ridgeline in this game.
D&D Auto and Salvage is Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available call 787-1204.
Who else we got here? Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. Looking for a new gas fireplace? ? Advanced Fireplace and Stove in Logan has great options. 752-7272.
Engine maintenance, tires, brakes, oil changes, belts, hoses, and more.
Exclamation point.
Cache Valley Auto Care. You can find coupons on the website for Cache Valley Auto Care as well.
Why do I have... Look at this. What do I have there? I got the... Who prints this things out for me?
Me. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's not
52-50. We got a good one here, Dave. I honestly was expecting Ridgeline to kind of come in here and handle Clearfield.
I did too.
But it's been a back and forth battle.
It sure makes you wonder about Bear River. Bear River handled these guys.
Beat them by 10 or so?
10 or 12.
Yeah, I think the region competition this year is going to be strong across the board. I mean, I think Skyview's probably going to be your team that's maybe down obviously down from last year with losing Tanner Davis. They're going to be way down.
But I don't think they're going to get skunked. Meaning I think they're going to win a couple ball games.
Do you?
Sure.
I think probably against Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest might not be
Mountain Crest lost these guys by 4.
Yeah.
So
first game of the year, too.
First game of the year. Singletary left side. He gives off to Cotter, and Cotter caught Cam sleeping. He drives baseline and dumps it back down to McNeil, and he got the little jumper.
That's a beautiful play by Cotter. As he gets penetration to the baseline, the help comes from Jagger Frankham, and he drops it to O'Neal.
Backdoor cutter. Carson goes up strong and got it. That's twice Ridgeline has been able to get that backdoor cut from Blotter to Carson. Did Carson get both? No. Diego got the other one.
Yeah, both teams here, Clearfield and Ridgeline, executing offensively.
3-point shot rushed a little bit, I thought, by Bishop. Rebound grab by Carson. I bet Carson's got close to 10 boards. Doesn't take the 3, hands off to Diego. He goes right side to Blotter. Blotter tries to cross over, gets down to the low block. A little scoop pass to Frank, and Jagger can't get it to go.
Little baby hook doesn't fall, but that was a great catch by Frankham just to gather that one in, as that was a bullet pass from Blotter. 2-point lead for Ridgeline.
Slowing it down a little is Cotter. He goes right. Couldn't get it.
Cotter has impressed me.
Yeah, Cotter and Hansen are very similar dudes as far as strength with the ball and even physical body strength. They're trying to get a trap there, and Clearfield made them pay.
And both of them making great plays, distributing the ball. This time Hansen gets into the lane, and he scoops it around to McNeil again, who's just waiting after the double team comes. McNeil's been wide open twice now late in this fourth quarter, and he's got both buckets to fall.
That was excellent by Clearfield to realize the trap was coming and move the ball. Cam Blotter. Free throw line, down to Frankham. Perfect fed, and Frankham scores it.
Cam gives them a little bit of their own medicine as McNeil comes and flashes to help. Frankham's wide open, and Cam distributes it to his teammate and gets the 56-54 lead with 2 minutes to go.
Bishop to the free throw line, gets it kicked out to McNeil. He goes left side to Cotter. Between the legs, they had to scramble to get back, so Cam Blotter wasn't on the 6'7" McNeil, and they got back to where they should be. Now Cam's guarding Cotter. Gives to McNeil. Now to Bishop. Bishop missed McNeil there as they rolled. Singletary's going to launch with 1 second on the shot. Chase down in the corner.
Oh, what good
Carson
hustle.
Grabs it and saves it to Blotter. He goes to Diego down the left sideline.
Huge possession here for Ridgeline.
Minute 16 remaining. Kicks outside to Carson Cox. 3-ball in the corner. No good. Diego misses the putback.
Oh, wow.
And Frankham is fouled as he gets the putback up and isn't able to get it to go. But wow, good offensive effort board effort by Diego and Frankham.
Well, and it's just great offense by Carson with the skip pass, finding the wide open Buckmiller. I mean, you can't complain about the looks that they've been getting. And he's just unable to make it, but wow, great effort by Diego, crashing the offensive boards, misses the putback, and then Frankham. I heard some Clearfield faithful wanting the over-the-back call on Frankham over McNeil, but no foul, no call there, and then Frankham draws the foul on the putback attempt, knocks down his first free throw.
So Jagger's got one more free throw after this timeout. He has got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points in the quarter. Remember, Carson had 11 in the first quarter. So those two, the main scorers on this team, bookends.
Yeah, bookends.
But it's been a lot of Jagger here in this fourth quarter. He has 9, 10, 11, 16 in the game. He averages 19, so he's climbing there.
I tell you what, Buckmiller has had opportunity to be in double digits very easily as he's had some free throw attempts that he's been unable to convert. And then that wide open 3. I think he's got about 7, 8 points in the ball game.
No,
4
points, and he's missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws. So you're right,
so
he'd be very close.
If you convert those and you knock down that big 3-point shot right there that he had in the corner, I mean, Buckmiller has potential to be in double digits, which would be huge for this team offensively to get that next guy in double digits. I don't think they're going to have a third guy in double digits
Cam's
here
close.
tonight.
4, 6, 8. He does. He has 10.
Cam has 10? Well, there's your guy tonight that has picked up the slack that usually Diego is usually that guy that gets it. He only has 6.
7.
Mm-hmm. So Diego has 7. He averages, what is the average?
9.5.
Yeah, so almost 10. Kyson averages 7.5. So
yeah,
a little bit of an off offensive day then for.
Having 2 guys that are that close to 20 is pretty good.
That is good.
Second free throw, no good, but Kyson gets the board and goes up and scores it.
Wow, just on cue. Buckmiller makes a huge play as the long rebound falls right into his arms, and he immediately goes back up to get this to a 5-point lead.
Jump shot from the left elbow, no good. Rebound, Carson again. I'm telling you, that shot taken by Jones. Carson has to have double-figure rebounds. I'd be shocked if he doesn't.
Double-double here for the senior, and that one's poked away by Hansen.
And he gets the layup on the other side.
Wow, that's a huge play and a huge turnover created by Trace Hansen for Clearfield. What a play there by the senior as he just sees Carson is going to get it to the wing to Diego, and he comes shooting through there, knocks it out of Carson's hands, and gets the easy layup and the 3-point margin for Ridgeline.
If you want to rewatch this game or just tuning in and want to see it later, you can go to CashValleyDaily.com for the latest news, scores, photo galleries, and replays of the games. Visit CashValleyDaily.com or download the new Cash Valley Daily mobile app, Cash Valley's premier choice for local news.
I usually go back and break down film.
Do you?
For you and I, yes. Identify some opportunities for improvement. I've got a whole list for you. I got a whole list at home I need to share with you.
One of those old papers that just connect each other over and over. And the dot matrix paper.
Yes,
remember?
yes, Yep.
Yeah, well, I don't doubt that. I don't like to go back and listen. I lived it. Yeah, I don't need to go back.
Just turn the page. Just flush and move on.
It is what it is. What am I going to do? It is what it is. And I know that when both you and I are on the radio together, there was probably some things said that probably shouldn't have been said.
Well, this ball game this afternoon, the matinee, as you called it, I like that. This one has been much more competitive than I expected it to be, and Ridgeline finds themselves with a 3-point lead with 48.1 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. See if down the stretch they can knock down those foul shots that are always crucial to come out with the W.
Extended pressure now put on by Clearfield. Carson's going to try to inbound. He gets it to Frankham. He hands off to Diego. What a hustle by Trace Hansen. Just absolutely blazing down the court. That drop pass was intended for Kyson Buckmiller, and it would have been a layup.
That one, after Diego gets it into the front court, I'd love to see him just pull that dribble back out.
But if you got
slow it down. Yeah, but I don't feel like they had a layup. Did you?
Well, because Hansen busted it like he did, they didn't.
I felt like there was 2 Clearfield defenders back there. It was a 2-on-2.
I thought it was. Well, you're going to have to look that up in the game film because I thought it was 2-on-1.
Okay.
Cam, shake and bake.
Good decision by Frankham.
Now Carson will raise for 3, in and out.
That would have been a dagger.
Oh, what a rebound by Diego.
That offensive rebound's a dagger.
And he's fouled by McNeil.
That offensive rebound is a dagger. That's a couple of them he's had here late in the fourth quarter. Diego Vasquez just crashing the board.
Well, and here you go, Nick. This is not a shooting foul.
No.
So you've got to get to 5, which is 2 more that Clearfield's got to get.
Yeah.
But, thinking about that, if that's only I don't know how many they had in the third quarter, though.
That's the thing. You'd have to add them all up.
Yeah. I was going to say, if that was for the entire half, you'd have a few more to go, but I don't know what they had.
Usually you shot 1 and 1 after 6, right? Or was it after
at 7?
Yeah, so after 6.
Yeah, after 6.
And then these new rules, it's after 5.
But they start over every quarter.
Every quarter, yep.
I don't love it, personally. I think that you need to make guys make 1-and-1s. Or maybe it's just that's what I'm used to. I don't know. Well, you didn't like it as much either?
I'm indifferent.
You don't care?
I don't care.
I do think there's strategy to being able to foul towards the end of the game and see if you can make a guy if you miss the front end of 1-on-1s, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
That definitely helped the other team. Yep. Yeah, it's more.
And now, if you foul him, he's got 2 automatic.
It's more beneficial for the team that's ahead.
Absolutely.
And maybe they didn't want to reward just fouling. Maybe they wanted to take. It almost feels like pressing at the end of a golf game, right? Like, you've beat me, and now I can press and challenge you just on a shorter window. And if I win that, I muddy up that and make that ugly, and I win that short, small window, then I win the game. And maybe they wanted to take that out of the
But you're still going to have to foul.
Well, I know, but you're not rewarded with the missing of the first foul shot like you normally are.
Yeah.
So it took that
into the backcourt long to Cam Blotter, and he's
he doesn't get touched. Oh, my gosh. Look at this.
Finally gets fouled by Cotter as he is just running in the backcourt, and he's probably gassed.
I'm watching my family over there on the front row, and they're all just giggling as Cam Blotter runs away from the Clearfield defender and doesn't get fouled. Shaves
Carson's
off about another 10
again,
seconds.
Back into the backcourt again, and Cam's going to be headed to the free throw line.
A little gimpy.
Now, I mean, just saying.
Is Cam the guy you want?
Is he the guy you want shooting free throws?
Well, I mean, look at what's been going on during the game. As averages of just this game, you don't want Buckmiller. I have no idea what the averages on the season look like for this team, but I would guess you probably want,
Carson,
Diego. I think you want Diego.
Even Jagger. I think Jagger shoots a pretty good clip from the free throw line. I can look it up,
I think Diego and Cam probably shoot it better.
You might be right. I should be on Max Preps. I think I can find it.
You look that one up. I would say I would think Jagger would be, I don't know, down the list.
Well, Cam makes the first, and Cam has made one. He's 3 for 3.
Yeah, so in the game, he's the guy that you'd want on the stripe. Carson's missed a couple. Buckmiller's obviously missed some. Frankham's missed a couple.
One. Jagger missed one, but he's only 1 for 2.
Okay.
Second
Cam
free
makes
throw,
both.
got them both.
Yep.
Attaboy, Cam. 61-56. Quickly, Cotter raises for 3.
My goodness, these guys won't go away.
Good shot by Peyton Cotter. And it's a 2-point game again with 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you're going to have to make free throws here if you're Ridgeline to put this one away. Look those free throw percentages up, bud, would you?
We're getting there. Let's see.
I think Diego's going to have your best percentage if I had to guess.
If I had to guess, without looking yet,
he
hasn't shot as many.
I'll give you the top 3. Diego, Cam, Carson.
Cam. I'm going to go Diego, Diego, Jagger. You don't think?
Nope.
Let's see. We're almost there. Free throws made, free throws attempt. Okay, percentages. 86% for Preston Brenchley, but he's only taken 7.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You got to have more than 10
Carson
or 15.
Cox, 84%, and he's shot 38 of them.
Okay, so that's got to be
And he's got the most.
Highest.
He's shot the most.
Yep.
Other guys who've actually shot. Jagger shoots at 67. Cam Blotter, 25%.
How many has he shot?
It says 4.
Oh, well, he's 1 for 4 on the season.
And now he's 3 for 6. He's now jumped to 50%.
So what's Diego?
Diego. How can this? I don't know if this can be right.
These don't
4
sound
for
right.
7
I'm not
for
trusting
57%.
those. I'm not trusting those.
This is on Max Preps.
I'm not trusting any of these stats. We got to get an inbounds.
Yeah, you do.
What? There's 0.6 seconds?
No, it's supposed to be 5 seconds up there.
Well, what's our?
I think it's 5.7, and they're trying to figure it out.
57. We don't want that.
I don't want that. I would go. I like what you're doing right here with those 3: Preston, Carson, and Jagger.
Well, you're going to get a big old pick set by Jagger Frankham, so you're going to have to move around that big body. We'll see what Clearfield does here to try to create a turnover. Cam Blotter on the inbounds. No one guarding the inbounder at this point.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, 3.8. That's fine.
I thought it was 5 seconds. Did you? Did you look up
there?
I
have no idea. 5.7. There you go.
That's it.
5.7. That's fine. If you have a 2-point lead and you should be able to get this one inbounds, knock down your free throws, put the game away.
Just be strong with the ball. They're going to come and try to get it.
I mean, I like inbounding it here to Carson Cox, the big body. Oh
no!
my. That's going to go back here.
And that's going to be on, you're going to be able to take it out down here.
He had Carson Cox wide open in the corner. I don't know what. That's a bad decision there by Cam.
Well, Cam saw the screens happening between Diego and Brenchley.
And he was expecting somebody to release, and no one did. Oof is right. But that's just a decision you have to make sure. It's not an anticipation thing. It's you see that. You see the guy wide open.
Yeah.
If you don't see him wide open, you got to get it to someone else. And Carson Cox was open on that play.
Here we go, 5.7.
We might have overtime here.
Stolen.
My goodness.
Ridgeline, Cam heads the other direction with 1.7, tosses it in the air, and that is the ball game.
Cam's hurting.
He was hurting when he tried to cut up here.
He hurt himself on the he's cramping, I think. I think he might be cramping. I hope that's all it is. Yeah, it is. Look at his calf. It's locked up. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And it ends on a steal, a turnover. And that's what too much funeral potatoes and ham will do. Too much eggnog and Sprite will do to you right there.
Drink some water, Cam.
Oh, boy. Pickle juice.
Yeah, that's sick.
Pickle juice and Skittles.
Okay, I'll take the Skittles, but I'd rather get cramps than drink pickle juice.
Wow.
All right, Ridgeline wins this one in dramatic fashion, 61-59. And we'll get these stats for you and share them with you at the other side of this break. This is Dave Simmons. Partner with the pros at Les Olson IT for all your office technology. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services. Think of lesolsonit.com.
Les Olson IT.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Good news for all school teachers and students. Logan Cash Rich Credit Union is offering ultra-low interest rates on auto loans and more. Plus, they pay school students for good grades. Inquire at Logan Cash Rich Credit Union. Member-focused, goal-driven.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors. Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
This is what you were excited about? Okay.
I mean, anybody, if you can't get on board with this, we can't be friends.
So forth. I'm shutting that off.
Oh,
that's terrible.
Obviously, you haven't been schooled in the finer points of Fletch.
Oh, I mean,
did you watch the movies?
A little before my time.
Okay. Well, you like Chevy, and you like him in like Christmas Vacation and stuff like that.
Now this is something that has a little more.
You have got to go watch the Fletches. I need you to drop everything and go watch both Fletch movies.
I don't know that I'm going to do it.
You have blown my mind.
Okay, maybe I will. It's that good.
If you like Christmas Vacation,
which I love.
These will change your life.
Really? Okay. Well,
unbelievable.
I'll trust you on that.
Thank you. I haven't led you wrong on movies, and you've led me wrong plenty of times on movies.
When?
Oh, just what is the one we went to a couple weeks ago that I'm like, that was awful?
I don't remember.
The Meg 2.
That was months ago.
Ridgeline wins 61-59. Dangerous situation for both teams at the end there. They both had turnovers, and it turned out that Ridgeline got the dub. Leading scorer in the ballgame turned out to be Carson Cox. He had 21 in the game. He had 11 in the first quarter and the other 10 in the second, but 7 of those came in the third and 3 in the fourth. He didn't score in the second quarter. He had all 11 in the first quarter. Joining him in double figures was Jagger Franklin with 16. Jagger had an enormous fourth quarter. He ended with 9 in the fourth. Cam Blotter had 12 in the ball game, and Kyson Buckmiller had 6, and Diego Vasquez had 7. Nick and I off air were talking about if we had to pick a player of the game right now, our McDonald's player of the game. I like this one for our post-game statistics.
Okay. You got it.
Cam is right up there. Cam had, we think, well, he had his 12 points. I don't think he had a triple-double, but I think Cam was probably in the 6 or 7 range in rebounds and assists, and he probably had 4 or 5 steals. What do you think?
I agree.
He's right up there. Carson for sure. I can't imagine that he doesn't have 10 rebounds. I think he's got a double-double.
Well, I agree. I think Carson for sure has a double-double. I just think Cam fills the stat book up so much that you can't overlook it. I think Cam had 6-7 rebounds as well.
Probably.
So
yeah,
I mean,
he played very well.
You're 4 or 5 in 3 categories: steals, rebounds, and assists. I mean, I just think he does so much, and I don't want to take anything. I mean, Carson Cox does so much for this team as well.
Absolutely.
He guards the 5 when Jagger Frankham's not in the ball game. His post game has been much improved. He in the first quarter basically single-handedly kept us in this ball game, and then came out in the third with a nice third quarter. It could go either way.
I think you go just because spreading the love, so to speak, a little bit.
I do like
Carson
that
has had a handful of them already this season.
Yeah, and he's probably going to get a handful more as the season wears on.
Cam, my guess is Cam's probably had one too. But
Cam doesn't show up in the stat book as much as Carson does, just purely because he usually doesn't get 12 points.
Well,
I mean,
he doesn't
he only
show up like
averages
the
5.
Yeah. And Cam got 12 today, which was big for him, but he still did everything else he normally does.
Yeah.
And maybe even more so. He played really, really well. On the other side,
he had the nearly the brain, what do you call it? The oops of the game.
Yeah.
The oops of the game there at the very end where he threw it away, gave Clearfield the inbounds pass, and then immediately right after that
got the steal.
Stole the ball away and won the game for
he
his
played
team.
great. Peyton Cotter for Clearfield ended with 20 in the game. He was strong. He was joined in double figures by Chase McNeil, who had 10. They actually had quite a few more guys score than Ridgeline did. Trace Hansen had 8. Spencer Jones had 5. Jackson Bishop had 5. 3 for Mikey Creel.
A lot of scoring there for
two for
Clearfield.
Tavian Singletary and 2 for Brock Wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different scorers, only 5 different scorers for Ridgeline. Hey, how do you spell your Jackson's name?
Jaxon.
You remember a couple games ago where there was an X in a name, and I just look at this. Jackson Bishop is Jaxson.
I've seen it spelled that way before.
I think people are throwing those X's in just all willy-nilly nowadays.
Well, Jackson, you would prefer it Jackson?
I mean, the purist in me would say yes, but I can even understand the Jaxon. Is the S necessary on a
Jackson?
Jax.
That to me sounds more like Jackson. Jackson, it's 2 syllables. So Jax, J-A-X, and son, like if you were to really get technical with J-A-X-O-N, Jackson. Jackson.
I don't. You're right.
You know.
I've just been saying, I think people are throwing in X's and names all over the place now. Willy-nilly. Just, you know what? Let's throw an X in there.
Well, speaking of X's,
radio.
The X factor of this game just walked up and put the headset on. Coach Kyle Day.
Turn his microphone on, Coach.
Oh, he's not on.
No.
There he is.
Congratulations, Coach. Did you lose a little hair in this one? I know I did.
Yeah.
But I keep losing hair anyways. The stress of losing hair.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game for sure.
Yeah, 61-59 for your boys. What a first quarter, first of all. Both teams. Nick and I were talking about the offense was actually really, really good. And then we started wondering if coaches would be bothered about the defense. But there wasn't a ton of turnovers in that quarter. I thought overall people played really well right out of the gates. You had to have been pleased with that simply because you hadn't played in, 10 days? How long has it been?
10 days or so.
Yeah, I was happy offensively, but the stuff they were getting early was stuff we talked about this morning, we talked about yesterday. So I was frustrated defensively, certainly, from guys in this one, especially in the first quarter. And then, honestly, it got better in the second quarter. Like we tightened some stuff up, but third quarter was back to where we were at, and then we had to be in a dogfight the rest of the way.
You seem just frustrated in general. Are you upset with the effort that you got from your boys, the way you played defense, your offensive execution?
Yeah.
What was it that's got you the most frustrated?
I mean, you hit bingo, all of it. I mean, the defensive effort I thought wasn't very good for a lot of the game. And it's more, when I say effort, I don't mean their physical effort. They play hard, right? They always are going to play hard. I mean, Cam's cramping up on the baseline at the end of the game, right? But mentally, their effort today, I was really frustrated with. Our execution offensively was poor. We had a couple plays that we executed well, and they went really well. We got exactly what we wanted. Mm-hmm. But in the plays we didn't execute well, we had 2 or 3 possessions where a guy just took a ball from a guard just standing there, right? And it's just a lack of just kind of mental toughness in that spot. So, I was a little frustrated. I was frustrated. Yeah, it wasn't the sort of game that I wanted to see. And to be fair, after a moratorium, after a break and all that, it can be a little bit of a challenge.
When did the moratorium end? When were you allowed to get back in the gym?
So we were allowed to get back in on the 27th. I gave them an extra day off,
Mm-hmm.
and so we got back in on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, and maybe that's, in hindsight. I know families and parents appreciate that I gave them the extra day off, but in hindsight, we're not quite as sharp as maybe we could be. But to be honest, we had 2 good days of practice. So today is not what we.
Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah,
I'll take a win.
True.
But then you still have New Year's.
Yeah.
When do you get them back in the gym again?
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And then the ball game isn't until the 5th against Syracuse down at Syracuse.
Right, at Syracuse.
So you got almost another 10-day break. Well, 7.
Yeah, we're next Friday, so 6 days from now, right?
Oh yeah.
But we don't go tomorrow or Monday, and then we're back at it for 4 days of practice or 3 days of practice. So it'll be okay. Like we'll be fine, right? They're good enough. They're good enough players. They're smart enough kids. They care enough that I got after them pretty good in the locker room. I was upset with their mental effort. Cam throwing that ball when the rule is you never throw that ball unless the guy is wide open, and clearly he wasn't open.
Yeah. He was anticipating somebody springing open, and they didn't go. And when you've thrown the ball, you're in trouble.
And we had a timeout. Like, there just was a mental breakdown, right?
And Carson was open in the corner, it looked like. It looked like Carson.
There's all sorts of options that are not the deep ball. And we told them, we tell them every time, if the deep ball's there, we throw it. But if not, everything else is there. And we had a timeout that I told Cam, use it if you're in trouble, and then instead he threw it. Yeah. So, and Cam's better than that, and he knows that. And so I got after him. I got after him. I got after Jagger. We got after some people for some mental stuff today. So,
but you know what, though?
Learning to win. Learning to win's fun.
Once we look at the statistics, I bet we see Cam he's got 12 points. I bet he had 6 or 7 rebounds, 6 or 7 assists. He might have had 4 or 5 turnovers.
And probably 6 steals, right?
Yeah.
But his on-ball defense wasn't as good as it needed to be tonight. Number 4 was his responsibility most of the night, and that was a problem for him. So, there's good. There's definitely good, like you're saying. And I need to focus on that. Right now I'm a little hyper-focused on the way to improve.
What can we fix type thing.
Right.
Carson played well. He had 21, but I bet he had a double-double. I think he's going to have over 10 rebounds.
I think unofficially we had him at 13. So.
Yeah? See, it just felt like he was gobbling up all sorts of boards.
He was gobbling
and we had
boards.
some big offensive rebounds. Kyson had a big one.
Diego had had a big one.
Had a big one that mattered a lot. And so those, saved us in a game where, really every possession mattered at the end. So.
Yep, for sure. Well, you got 2 more preseason games remaining. Syracuse at Syracuse, then you get Weber here. Both of those games aren't going to be easy by any means.
No.
But how do you feel like your team is at? Are they where you would expect them to be now, or maybe even a little bit ahead?
Win-loss, this is about what I've expected so far. I don't know I don't really sit down and go like,
we should win
or anything like that, but I expect us to have a good record, right? We're 9-2 right now, and that's good. I think there's ways to improve, and this group has so much potential that I really like, and I've said it before, I think we can play with anybody in the state, right, in our classification, and I also think we can have some clunkers out there that can be tough. So I'd like us to get more consistent, a little bit more locked in some ways, and so we challenged the boys in there. Coach Skinner and I challenged them on some stuff, and I think coming back, I think we'll see him get dialed in really well.
Well, congratulations. It's not easy between the holidays to get to get the level that you're hoping to get from a coaching standpoint, but you got to win, and 61-59 is a lot of fun for everybody watching anyways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fun game. Bruce said thanks for a fun game.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Okay. That's Coach Kyle Day. Just banging that microphone around on the bars there.
I muted it.
Yeah, that's good.
I got you on the mute.
What do you think? Did he change your mind on your player of the game?
No.
Yeah, you're right. I'm still totally fine with Cam.
If that inbounds pass ends up costing you going into overtime or something, then I mean, it was Cam pushes the envelope as far as like the plays he's trying to make all the time.
Yep.
And when things are going good and those passes are finding their way through those little alleys, you're getting easy looks. Everything's great. Sometimes the other team can take those opportunities away from you. If there's one thing that Cam, obviously Coach Day talked about his on-ball defense today, and then just taking better care of the ball, limiting his turnovers a little bit. But I think all the other things he does, is what leads me to say that he had player of the game.
Well, he did make that turnover, and then to quote the very wise, I think it was Lloyd Christmas.
Okay.
He came back on that next play, totally redeemed himself.
Totally redeemed himself on the next play.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Yeah, and the team gets a 61-59 win tonight, this afternoon. Fun.
I thought you were going to go with that. John Denver's full of.
Any fun New Year's Eve plans?
I'm old, bro.
Me too.
I'm old.
I'll do the New York drop on the ball at 10 o'clock and call it a night.
And then just go to bed.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like New Year's Eve's overrated.
We usually get together with a big group of high school friends.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to do it tomorrow, but it's been pushed back a week, so we'll do it next week. But it's a fun white elephant gift exchange, and you can steal and the whole thing. And,
those get a little crazy.
Then we usually play some adult games that are, maybe some.
You better clarify this real quick.
It's not what you're thinking. When I say adult games, I'm like you switch people around on the couch because your names have all changed, and you try to get all your team on the same couch, and then you win. So it's old people games.
Okay. I mean, I lost interest.
You never listen to me anyway. So
well, I appreciate you being here. It's a fun game to call together on a 61-59 victory for Ridgeline. We'll be back at this next on the 5th. Is that our simulcast next one?
Simulcast.
But the girls do play.
They play Tuesday,
which we don't think we're calling that one. But
no, that one's against Fremont, and they should.
But that's here.
They should
at Ridgeline.
Fremont. Yeah, it is.
So that should be a lot of fun. Come down and watch the gals play. They are probably the hottest ticket in town, if you ask me.
Yeah, they're good.
And then on the 5th, Nick and I will try to simulcast that broadcast. I'll be at Syracuse. Nick will be here with the gals, and we'll try to pass both of those along to you. Ridgeline wins this afternoon, 61-59. Good night, everyone. Have a pleasant and safe New Year.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, DD Auto Salvage, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company,